As a child, everyone looks up to the sky and gazes upon all the things that pass them by. And they think, oh my, what would it be like if we all could fly? But alas, we must remain with our feet on the ground. We forget to look up, up, to escape from just being stuck looking around. Kept down to the earth, never finding out how to stop and live in the now. There may come a day when the clouds decide to stay, when the look and feel is grey, and your mind is played with random things. When you're grounded, life's a bore, and you're craving something more. When normality's a chore, then it's up to you to spread your wings. Wings, 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 wings. With the hustle and bustle of the everyday, we get scared of the things we want to do and say. And that's not okay, cause it's how by the second we end up washed away. In the end, we can try to blend in, even if our goal is to stand out. But for now, take your feet off the ground. Don't be too shy to scream or to shout. There may come a day when the clouds decide to stay, when the look and feel is grey, and your mind is played with random things. When you're grounded, life's a bore, and you're craving something more. When normality's a chore, then it's up to you to spread your wings. Wings, 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 wings. There may come a day when the clouds decide to stay, when the look and feel is grey, and your mind is played with random things. When you're grounded, life's a bore, and you're craving something more. When normality's a chore, then it's up to you to spread your wings.
Keep forgetting it starts over again. Oh well, never mind about that. Well met, lords and ladies. Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... That is correct. The theme for today is Wings, but with a Z. No, it's cooler, I guess. So yeah, the reason I've got this one today, and the reason I've even heard of this one actually, is because it's been put on a list by Mops McFlops for Gacha Fest 26. I think we're allowed to say that. So yeah, it was included in a list of ones that were published this year. For my consideration, I suppose. So with that in mind, I guess that the reason for this year is because of the Gacha Fest thing, not because Mops seems to think that I only review stuff that's recent, which it's absolutely not the case. I mean, crying out loud. So with that in mind, I guess we're in for, I think, something else, royalty related, considering that it's called The Princess of Lamont. So I guess we'll see what's going on with that. And for the time being, we have one guest for today, and that is Ghosty.
Hi! I'm here to see how the story plays out.
Yeah. Ghosty is also, if you hear like clicking and stuff, it's because she's tinkering away on some other things as well. But you never know. You never know with this kind of thing. I mean, if it's been selected for Gacha Fest, I suppose, then you would think it's got to be good, right? Right? Let's see. I don't know yet, but we're about to find out. So without further ado, on with the review.
Stop! Thief!
Why does that sound exactly like Bon? Hold on a second. Let me just check the
Bon,
voice
what are you
credit
doing
thing,
here?
Yeah, wait a minute.
Like, I heard that and immediately felt
Don't
a
see-
sense of whiplash course through my body.
I don't see Bond mentioned here, so I guess not coincidence. Also, also, am I watching Teen Titans Go right now? Because there's some Robin baby hands right there. Also, why? Wait a minute. Who runs like that? Okay. At least with the background of the first person perspective and the way that the walls are going, we're off to a good start in terms of that. But the baby hands definitely put me off.
I took the wrong turn, and now I'm in the middle of the market.
Oh, is this meant to be a street? I thought it was like a hallway or something.
Excuse me, coming through.
Oh, those feet. Those feet are too small.
Yeah, for the proportionally to the rest of the body, yeah, you would definitely think so, for sure.
Like, normally I'd never make fun of it because everyone's in a different place on their own journey. But I am going to critique incorrect anatomy when I see it.
Yeah,
And
fair enough. I guess
feet
I
are
got to
just
mention
too
the baby
small.
hand, so I'm not betting.
Like, the feet are just too small to support her body.
Yeah, I am curious as to why they've decided to go with custom art for the legs anyway. I guess like in order to, because we've already seen a Gacha character here, in like in like from the middle upwards, mid shots, but yeah, this is a lower mid shot here. I guess that's more customizable. I don't know.
You're on sale.
Also speaking of Bon, speaking he shall appear, I guess. Hey, guess what, Bon? You're in the episode.
Hey, watch it, clumsy girl.
So sorry about that.
Watch it, clumsy girl.
Don't tell me we're another one of these. Remember a few months ago when we reviewed Imperfect, when that came out, and it turned out that a lot of them were leg shots to save on time and animation. I hope we're not in one of those again.
Also, I'm just gonna say, like, the people in the background were drawn assets, and now they're back to curated stills again.
Yeah, because because from the torso upwards, it's more complicated, of course. I think she could have done with a little bit of editing in terms of this this back face here of the legs, ironically enough. You know what kind of? Oh no, your eyes! You left your eyes behind. Go back and collect them.
You get down there
You
and
dropped
pay
them.
for what you stole.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, there they are.
I can't hear you.
I
I'd
said.
love to chat, but I've got places to be.
Honestly, with that speaking volume, I was surprised that they can hear you. Yeah, Aladdin call. Yeah, except for like she wasn't that high up off the ground anyway. So where is she falling right now? As usual, no, this is not right now. Oh wait, this sounds like Nefex. I think we're in good hands. Okay, so I know that I say that I have a running gag of putting myself in the credits as many times as possible. I think Moonlily has the same gag.
Honestly,
right.
I kind of like that.
I mean, yeah,
that gag always tickles my pickle in a funny way.
Yeah. What do you mean? Is there something that tickles your nipple? Oh, that reminds me, by the way, I'm watching this right now. New Occulta episode-ish is dropping tomorrow. It's a one-shot this time because BB's not here, so we're doing extra stuff. Yeah.
Like, I just say that because the alternative is what Scooby said to Lou last episode, and that makes me feel like in that episode, BB almost went out of her way to make me feel uncomfortable with Scooby lines.
I mean, it's been known to happen before, but yes.
I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah. You know I'm always
Getting there.
Like, I do like some of the hand-drawn animation we have, but the disparity between the hand-on animation and the Gacha Life 2 character stills is sometimes jarring at best and awkward at worst.
Yeah, a little bit. I also, but by the way, we are only just at the beginning of this song. We would have gotten like the special thanks, was normally at the end of credits.
I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top, yeah.
Oh, that's why, because it abruptly ends. Okay, all right then. Princess of Lamont, WINGZ, Legend of the Sparkle Eyes. Okay.
And I like those stars were also moving too fast through the sky.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was meant to be a time lapse of some kind for the intro.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, different section. Oh, you can still see the wall in the background there, which means that she kind of like went back in a circle, possibly, unless there are multiple. Sounds like a gem on MLP movie title. Yeah, you are absolutely correct, and that reminds me I need to get back to watching Gem on MLP. Ooh, star-flavored cupcake, okay. Or void-flavored, I don't know which one.
Who is it?
Calm down, Gabby. It's just me.
You're back early.
It's my lunch break, so I figured I'd come see you. Anyway.
Okay, that's nice to use the custom hands there to do that kind of thing. Yeah. Yo, heck no. Void cupcakes gotta go. Well, there's a solution to getting rid of cupcakes.
On my way back home from work, I got you some cookies. Hopefully you... Gabby, what are you hiding?
Huh? What do you mean? Why would you accuse me of hiding?
I can smell the food you have.
And smell void.
Fine, you got me.
Now, where did you get the food?
From Katie's bakery in town.
Okay. But, how did you pay for the food you have?
Or the blinking animation.
With
Yeah.
some of the money
It's
we
okay.
saved up.
Like, again, there is anatomy problems. The shoulders jut out more from the body, and I don't know if the artist realizes that. But the shoulders are too close to the torso, and it looks kind of awkward whenever she moves her arms.
Yeah, it does kind of seem like she's either like shrinking her arms back or puffing out her chest or both.
Come on.
Oh, that's actually kind of a little bit of the 2018 edit. You know where you know something you know funny will happen in a video, and then they'll have like a zoom into the character, like encapsulating all of their face, like an extreme close up. Just without
Yeah,
the zoom
like,
Let's go inside and eat.
This video does have some good things going for it right off the bat. There's just a fair few choices that could have been done better, especially in the art asset department.
Yeah, the name Moonlily is familiar to me, so I'm wondering if this is a person who's been around for some time, and that's why there's a few things that seem familiar to somebody who's watched a lot of Gacha.
Before I have to go back to work.
Reminds me of early Tony Cry Night.
Right! Don't want you to be late.
Don't want you to be late. Yeah, the another thing we haven't mentioned, I don't think yet, is that is how slow the walk cycles seem to be, whether customized or gacha form actually. And that is a relatively easy-ish fix in post-production, because all you have to do is either speed up the footage, or if you still have the originals, shrink them down and like have the keyframes a little bit closer to each other.
Or if you have the running animation like on a different, just loop the animation, but do it, but
and squash it.
Bit.
Yeah, squash it and then extend it to loop it. Yeah, there you go.
I will show you to the guest chambers.
King Gab, Queen Del.
I don't know if that was obvious or not, by the way, but someone said I'll show to the guest chambers. So
Her shoes are. It might be a me thing, but it seems like her shoes are almost the same color as the floor.
That's also because a shadow is making the floor actively darker than it is at the moment. Another thing I'll mention is that apparently King Gab is here, and the main character's name is Gabby. So I'm guessing you have a lost princess, in terms of this, So basically, Aladdin core, as Bond said earlier, but if Aladdin were an actual prince rather than a fake one.
Lila, this is your royal guest room. Princess Demi, right this way to your room.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
I like because this is your royal guest room. Just reminds me of, who dares interrupt the royal courtroom of the royal grand vizier. Anyway.
Yes, thank you. Katie, was it?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Well then, Katie, I would like to request that you show...
Okay, that shoulder, hand on shoulder thing, that was a bit smoother. That's the speed we were.
Yeah, that was a bit smoother. That's the speed we're looking for. Again, this girl with the blue hair has the same problem with the shoulders.
Speaking of speeds, by the way, I wonder if the stars are going fast or not.
Demi to her
they
room.
aren't. They're static. Okay.
They're not moving at all.
Later.
Good. Not quite good,
Why, Mother?
but not bad either.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't see the stars move that much, in real time anyway.
Demi, dear, we have things to discuss.
Yes, Mother.
There's a definite theme of pausing from the voice actor of the Queen to emphasize every single line. You might want to pace that out a little bit so it doesn't lose its efficacy.
As you
Yeah,
wish.
because right now it seems like she's talking, but you see, the Queen has a little bit of an asthma problem, so she needs it.
Okay. Yeah. I hadn't thought of it that way, but there you go.
The Queen is an asthmatic, so we need to take a pause every time we breathe because it's the Queen's decree.
Blue, my dear. You're like a bird I met down at the Amazon. Yes, I remember that. Right.
I will be back later then, Princess Demi.
Thank you, Katie.
I'd like to point out one other anatomy mistake. The Queen's ears were too big.
Oh. Hey, but I mean, there are some royalty that are like that. I mean, that's one thing that people famously tease King Charles III for.
All the better to hear,
Mother.
all the better to hear you with, my dear.
Yeah.
Step 1 of our plan has begun.
Our plan? I don't remember ever having a say in any of this.
Demi, don't be rude to your mother. We are doing this for you and your brothers.
Oh my goodness, does everyone have a pausing problem?
You.
Is this entire family have a history of asthma or something? Also, you had an in-sync moment with Bond, by the way. There you go.
Doing it for me? You two never once cared about doing anything for me.
Ooh, okay, all right. I'm with the clenching of the knuckles. The hands look less baby now, so again, progress. Despite being the first episode, was not the first WINGZ episode to release those episodes. Oh, come on, Mops, what have you done? I'm gonna have to go back into a prequel form. The Omnifax didn't come in quick enough. No. Well, we'll look at that a different day. Thank you, Josh.
You won't even let me be queen. You're just skipping over me so Dean and Dylan can rule.
Demi, lower your voice.
Wait, really? How would that work exactly? Do you, I mean, I guess if they disinherited her or something, but they they specified they'd agreed the line of succession would go to her younger siblings or children or whatever's going on here. Maybe, possibly. I'm curious as to why they're doing that now, but I guess we're about to get into the reason behind that.
You are my daughter, and you will do as I say with this plan.
Or we're not going to find out, and that's going to be the Queen's downfall, because if you don't explain something to somebody, they're going to actively sabotage you by accident or on purpose.
Yes. Mother.
Even if it's for their own good, because, you know, how would they know better? It's a classic storytelling thing.
That was a weird dream. I wonder who those people were.
Oh, that was all a dream of yours? Oh, okay, I'm glad that was apparent before.
Huh? Alexa isn't back yet. Should I go to where she works to find her? Or stay here?
Oh no, is this going to be like Unbounded?
Princess!
All a dream plot. Hey, look, I'm fine with dream sequences, especially when they're like relevant overall. It's just that, you know, it was like I might have missed that myself, but it wasn't apparent to me we're in a dream sequence. It more felt like a scene transition to a, you know, different, more relevant characters. But yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't a dream.
Where did you...
The Queen is canonically a creepy asthmatic woman. And so is her husband.
Yes, but we you know, we woke up from Gabby's dream, so yeah, I don't know.
Go!
It looks like she's looking for someone. A pet named Princess, maybe? Excuse me. Are you looking for a lost pet?
No, I'm not looking for a lost pet. I'm looking for the Princess of Lamont.
Yeah, I'm looking for Princess Lamont. So she should have been around here somewhere. She was lost precisely, you know, whether... How old are you? Oh, I'm this age. Oh, that's, you know, that many years ago. Yeah, I wonder, you know, if I needed to find somebody who was like... Anyway.
What? Isn't that the princess of this kingdom? I can't...
Well, I would assume so. If the kingdom is called Lamont, it stands to reason that the princess of Lamont would be the princess of this kingdom. Correct?
Remember the
logic does the logic to you, does it not?
Otherwise, why is she called the Princess of Lamont?
No.
The princess ran away.
And if she's not the princess of this kingdom, I am confused about her being the princess of Lamont.
Yeah, I mean, again, go back to the British royal family. That, like, I'm pretty sure that usually the like the next in line is the prince or princess of Wales. But again, part of the United Kingdom, it's Wales, so it still makes sense.
Again!
I'm sorry, but do you mean the actual princess of this kingdom?
No, the fake princess of Lamont that everyone knows exists. What do you mean?
Yes. Princess
like they probably have a secondary ceremonial princess, and it's just like a broom with a dress on it. Everyone, attention! The Princess of Lamont. And it's
just an animatronic. Why does it proceed through on a float?
Princess Gabby? Princess Gabby!
No, that's just regular Gabby. No, she thinks she's missing something right now. just...
For goodness sake! Don't scare me like that!
Hey, wait. No, there's been a mix-up. I'm not...
She doesn't even look like the princess. Doesn't the princess have purple hair?
Well, that's Princess Demi. This is Princess Gabby, I guess.
I'm sorry, Gabby, but since you ran away again...
Is this a Princess in the Pauper situation?
Well, the prince and the pauper both looked identical in most versions of the story, so probably not. Maybe this is the first princess, the one that was meant to be next in line or something, and then Queen Gab and Princess Demi married into the family. Well, Gab did obviously, but you know.
Ordered me to lock you in your room.
Wait, Queen Demi?
I don't. Wait, okay, this angle implies that that she was talking to someone who's really short, but they were both the same height in the previous shots.
The plot.
Now, please stay here.
I guess. So let me get this straight. She recognizes the fact that there's a princess of Lamont that, you know, people seem to know exists. in general, even if she doesn't know it's her or didn't know it was her until now. But she didn't know about Queen Gab and Princess Demi, which implies they either just married into the family right now, that it's not like a common news. In which case, you have to wonder why this person knows.
Gabby?
I'm very confused. I'm very confused about what's going on.
But yeah, she can't. She can't be a princess. I'm sorry, you've made a mistake. I can't be a princess.
Okay, so, like, Jacob,
I'm just Gabby. Well, just Gabby, you're a princess.
Like, if I can, like, slow this down for a hot second and keep it paused here for
Yes.
just a moment, I'm
Yeah, go on.
confused. Do you mind recapping the sequence of events that just happened to me?
Okay, so we started off with you know, Gabby being, you know, one jump ahead of the crowd, you know. Then she seemed to fall, you know, just being in free fall. Then it cuts to you know, Queen Gab and Princess Demi and whoever that other guy is whose name we didn't hear. And talk about, like, you know, whichever plan they had after Demi got shown the royal quarters and whatnot. Then it turns out that you know, then we cut to Gabby having woken up from witnessing that scene on a oh wait, no, sorry, I skipped a part where the part where, you know, Gabby and her roommate, mother, I don't know, cousin, whatever, that talked about, you know, stealing the void cupcake. After the void cupcake was the dream sequence, and then she woke up and I guess decided to go and look for, you know, mother, roommate, cousin, whoever she is, at her place of work. And then this person came along and was like, hey, I'm looking for the princess. Oh, you're the princess. And that's basically where we are right now.
Like, this sequence of events doesn't make much sense to me, but I could always be mistaken?
The only part that I'm not getting is the dream sequence part, but maybe I missed the part where it was clear that, you know, dream to begin with.
My best friend. I don't want Queen Demi to lock you up in a dungeon next.
Oh, Queen Demi. So, okay. So what she saw was possibly a vision of the past. So Princess Demi is now Queen Demi, and I guess those two siblings that got mentioned are out of the picture, let's say. For what reason, we don't know.
But wait, please, I'm not... And now I'm in a stranger's room. But not just any stranger, the princess of this very kingdom.
As opposed to, this very kingdom, not any others that are called Lamont. Let me tell you that. This is interesting, however, because, I mean, we haven't ever had a situation where, you know, reality seems to rewrite itself the way that it seems to be doing right now. You know, where someone's convinced that not only, but she was. This doesn't seem like a long lost princess type of situation. It seems like somebody was like, "I'm looking for the princess. You are the princess. Everyone knows that you're the princess, except that there's but you know, reality's been rewritten. Kind of like, you know, the movie Yesterday that came out however many years ago. That was about, like, that guy who got hit by a bus, and when he woke up, a lot of, like, pop culture stuff had been erased, including the Beatles. And it turns out he's a musician, so he, like, you know, makes he brings the Beatles songs back, but obviously has to claim them as his own because he can't say they're from the Beatles because they don't exist. So there's that whole thing. So it seems like, you know, this reality seems to have been replaced. Yeah, I also love that movie. I watched it in actual Liverpool. Yeah. Yeah, if you haven't seen Yesterday, I guess that does make sense. But that's what I'll go with right now. It seems like while she was dreaming, reality overwrote itself in some way. That's what I'm going with right now.
Well, maybe she was having a vision from the past.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe this is the pauper. Oh, wait, okay. No, now I get what you're saying about the princess and the pauper. Okay, forget what I just said right now. This is probably the actual princess. Wait, hold on, but her name is Gabby as well. You know, I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Maybe her full name is Princess Gabriella and she just goes by Gabby. You know, as a familial nickname.
We're Gabby and Gabby. Whoa!
You
are you?
Oh, I'm Gabby.
No, I'm Gabby. No, I'm Gabby. No, I'm Gabby.
Your name is Gabby? My name is Gabby, too.
Yeah, there we
Well, that's crazy. You're the princess here, aren't you? Princess Gabby Lamont, right?
Yeah.
go. Wait. The royal family's last name is Lamont and the kingdom is Lamont. I mean, I guess not impossible, but, you know, that's convenient. I guess there's only been one dynasty ever.
There's only been one. This is a fairly newer kingdom, but then why would you name the kingdom after yourself?
Yeah, I guess that will cement the legacy of the first lineage, until the second lineage erases it and is able to replace it legally. But anyway,
My name is Sir Gibble Lamont, and I'm gonna claim this land as my kingdom. What's it gonna be called, sir? Lamont.
It's not gonna go down well, sir. If your royal bloodline ever ends for any reason, or someone has to marry into the family, they're not going to like the name Lamont for the kingdom anymore. That is a problem for the future, random peasant. For I am focused on the present. King Gibble Lamont was, very, very, in the moment, goal-oriented type of person.
He wanted to be remembered forever, but didn't know that his kingdom would last for 17 generations.
I'm sorry, but what are you doing in my room, and why do you look like me?
Oh, right. Your friend, I guess, thought I was you because we do kind of look similar.
What's your name?
So sorry about that. I'll be on my way, Princess Gabby.
Harmony.
What?
My real name is Harmony.
I'm
confused.
I thought you were...
I am the girl Queen Demi adopted 8 years ago to play the part of Princess Gabby Lamont.
Oh, for crying out loud.
The princess of the
every theory. This is kind of like on the Butter Bunch where it was like, hey, stop theorizing. They'll give you the answers in a second. It's like, well, I mean, if we don't theorize, there's nothing for us to talk about. So yeah, just throwing us for a loop every time. All right then. So I guess now we know what's going on. Okay then.
I feel like I just stepped foot into the time warp. I thought I knew what was going on, but apparently I'm having some sort of episode. Did I faint again?
Yeah. I am also wondering, by the way, like if this girl was hired 8 years ago, what are the chances they would still look identical 8 years down the line? Did Queen Demi just happen to find someone genetically identical to Princess Gabby in a casting call? In a royal casting call or something? That was presumably a secret because you can't broadcast that type of thing to everyone because you can't be like, hey, looking for an actress to play the princess.
And even then, it's
full-term contract with no cancellation.
It's an imposter played, she just told a random stranger with a similar name for all she knows her secret role as the imposter of Gabby Lamont.
Are you really Princess Gabby? Yes. But really, though? Okay, fine, I'm Harmony. You caught me.
I'm having some sort of...
Yeah, exactly. Maybe she's tired of the role after so many years. I've heard of actors on TV getting bored of having the same gig over and over again. So I guess, yeah.
Like either that or this episode is just so poorly paced that I'm having some sort of episode.
Mm-hmm.
The worms have gotten into my brain.
Understand. Why are you telling me this?
Good question.
Yeah.
I don't think you should be telling random strangers the kingdom's biggest secret.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't even care if this secret got out.
But then who knows what Queen Demi would do?
So you have a reason not to have the secret get out then? So back to the original question, why did you tell someone?
I've kept that secret for 8 years, and I just want to be free. I want to live a normal life again, and not be known as the princess.
So now that you're here, good luck!
So this is the princess and the pauper, but the real Gabby is the secret princess?
That's a gacha title right there.
I know this might be a crazy idea, especially since we just met, but we look so much alike. What if we switch places?
You pretend to be Princess Gabby, and I pretend to be not Princess Gabby, and it turns out we are Princess Gabby and not Princess Gabby. Oh. Okay. All right. Now we're on the same page here.
Can I make a terrible joke? You pretend to be Princess Gabby for a month, and then I'll pretend to be Princess Gabby for a month, and we'll both be Princess Gabby. Also, just a nitpick about the character design, the zipper for her jacket goes all the way to her neck. Why would you design a jacket that way?
Also, it looks like her elbow's dislocated now.
Also, I would like to say,
I've got a
that
message
finger.
for you. What? I know that we've just met right now, but would you consider you were brought here against your will anyway? Would you consider upending your entire livelihood and having the same fate forced upon me just to give me a break? Okay.
If it's just for a few days, please.
You want me to pretend to be you? No, I'm not a princess, and I especially am not going to pretend to be one.
Please, I know we just met, but what if we switch places for 1 month?
Listen to me, Gabby. Honey, you're missing from an opportunity to steal from the Emperor.
That's a good point, and get some actual food. There are plenty more void cupcakes in the royal pantry.
I can stay in my
It's
room.
not just void cupcakes. There are also other things like probably some meat.
Wait, you mean to say there are cupcakes of more flavors than just void?
Seafood. Try on any of my expensive clothes.
She mentioned food. There you go.
You can even go to a magic school that I'm being forced to go to.
So again, I'd be like, what's the catch here? Why are you giving up this life? You said you were bored of having this, so there's definitely some downside to this that you are deliberately ignoring right now.
Is she pulling a Kyubey on us? Well, technically,
yes, I was just about to say it sounds like Madoka Magica. Yeah, from the one episode I saw with you.
Well, the downsides are this, this, and this, but I didn't tell you because you didn't ask. You were just so taken with the illusion of being a princess that I didn't tell you.
Yeah, it's a school for ages 13 through 20 to attend, to learn magic and even become a WINGZ warrior.
Okay, so 13 through 20, and she's been pretending for 8 years, implying that she either started at the age of 5 or the age of 12, or somewhere in between. Again, did Queen Demi find someone genetically identical to the point where 8 years later, or whatever, after the development phase of most children would take them in different directions, and somehow that was still accurate enough for the real princess to be mistaken for the fake one?
I have to go because it's required for the Princess of Lamont to learn magic before her princess coronation, and my coronation is at the end of the month.
So once you swap again after this school, so okay, wait, no, taking this back again. So
I'm trying
Okay.
so hard.
Presumably, if there's 1 month before the coronation, it means she's been going to this academy for some time, right? So that means that Gabby here is going to be forced to go to probably some way too advanced classes and pretend like she's known magic her entire life at this point. Not only that, but okay, maybe that, or maybe there's like a 1 month course type of thing. You know, maybe they have crash courses or something they might offer for special situations like the princess. If that's the case, once they swap back, that means that she's missed out on the entire magic education she was meant to get in the first place, and therefore doesn't know it, and therefore can't get coronated. So either way you look at it, it's a terrible setup. Also, there's a letter here. What does it say? Princess Gabby Lamont, by order of Queen Demi. I thought it was an exclamation mark, sorry. By order of Queen Demi Lamont, you have been requested. You've been requested. By order, you've been requested. What the heck? Anyway, to attend WINGZ Academy. You are required by royal law to have WINGZ training. In the academy, you will learn magic and learn the history of magic. Could have said you will learn magic and its history. Once you have completed your time at the academy, your princess coronation shall be held. So once you've been completed, okay. But the coronation is a fixed date, right? It's that you said it was like by the end of the month. Does that mean that it's because that's when the course ends, or that's? We look forward to seeing you. As if she still has her enrollment letter there. That implies she hasn't gone yet. Is this a 1 month course that she's not going to take and then switch back and get coronated? What is its plan?
What is this plan? Also, this implies, it's either that this is a 1 month course, or that she's kept the enrollment letter all this time.
The memento, as 30 to 20-year-olds are known to do, classic teenage behavior.
Implying that she is happy to go to this school, but she's not now, but she is, but she's not.
Yeah, the way that she said being forced to go, she clearly does not want to go. Why would you keep the enrollment letter? Unless you've just received it.
I've been trying my hardest each year to avoid going to
school. Is my brain about to explode?
Wait,
am I on fire?
Did you hear that? She's been trying to avoid going. Okay, either she failed to avoid going and has been going each year, or she's been trying to avoid it, succeeded, but now she can't get away with it because the coronation is in fact in a month. Again, implying it's a 1 month course.
Because
that she will not be taking now.
I'm not the real princess, but now I'm being forced because I'm sick.
It's by order of Queen Demi, who is the one who hired you, so Queen Demi knows you're not the real princess, so she's not concerned about that.
16. The princesses and princes of Lamont must...
Okay, so you're 16. So again, 8 to 16. Huge genetic difference. Again, just cementing that once more. So half of her life she's been doing this. Okay, right. Sure. Okay.
Must have a coronation before they turn 17 and blah, blah, blah.
I feel like my brain's about to explode.
They must have a coronation before. They must have a coronation before they turn 17. What kind of backwards law suggests that it's not to be coronation before they turn 17? Most royal families in the entire existence of everything ever require the person to either abdicate or die to be succeeded on the throne. Why would it be like an age requirement to be like, oh, I guess you're 17 now? 17-year-olds are notoriously responsible. Let's have you lead a nation. Great. And meanwhile, her plan is, if she's been smoothly trained to lead a nation this entire time, she'll leave an imposter there who might either take her place as queen, supposedly, if she's the one who queens of the training, and therefore would not know how to lead, or again, she's know the magic part of things, and no one's gonna, I guess, double check that, I suppose.
I'm confused.
This is nominated for Gacha Fest. I don't know what the qualifications are for Gacha Fest, if it just needs to exist or not, but I'm gonna have a talk with Mops about this.
But anyway, what do you say? Can we switch places for 1 month?
I have been wanting to learn magic, and Alexia's always saying that she doesn't think it's worth going to WINGZ Academy, even though I think it is.
Wait, so hold on. Can you afford the tuition? Okay, I guess is WINGZ Academy like free tuition? Because if that is, as I mean, obviously, if considering that you're They used to be both used to be quite poor. I guess if they had tuition, you wouldn't want to go for that reason. But if that just seems to think that it's not worth it, that implies that you can go, but it'd be a waste of time. Yeah, that's one Gacha fest that I can think of.
My brain
fest.
is on fire.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Like it was the magic part that we didn't know she had any interest in, not the food part to her character before this scene.
Yeah, she wasn't stealing magic books from the manga. No, she was trying to steal food. It should have been the food that got her through the door, not the...
Yeah.
Never mind. I am not in.
Oh, come on. I explained everything perfectly.
No, you didn't. You explained nothing perfectly, by any standards of anything ever.
You explained to her maybe the barest of bones basics. Don't lie to me, babe.
Yeah. Did you say you even have boots? Isn't that part of the uniform? Did I mishear that? Wait a minute.
Come on. I explained everything perfectly. You practiced everything, and you even have notes.
Oh, notes. I did hear it wrong.
I know, but I can't be a princess.
Again, I can't be a princess. I'm just Gabby.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Better in stereo. Sorry, I had to.
Thank
but
you.
I had no choice. And I kind of wish I could turn back time and maybe make myself not be chosen.
If you learned the magic to do that, maybe you could. I don't know if they teach time magic.
But I can't.
Come on, you can pick up chronomancy. We've already seen one princess from another series take up a magic book in lieu of trying to turn back time.
And we have seen Gabby herself have a dream across time and space.
Anyone can be a princess, you know.
No, not really.
Anyone can be a princess, you know. Me though, don't ask me to do it ever again. No, I'm out of the game. You, on the other hand, believe in you.
Fairy tales say.
No, you know what? No, I gotta play it. I gotta play the thing. Hold on a second. Here it is. I don't know if that played probably glitched for me, but there you go. People got the idea.
Yeah, it played properly. On my end, at least.
What? What do you mean? But I'm just Jacob. You've made a mistake.
See? Then it must be true.
Also, hold on a second. Did neither of them suspect that the Princess Gabby was missing all of these years and Gabby has no family history? Has no one thought possibly, hey, we look alike and you were hired to be the princess because you must look like the princess. Am I the princess? Did that cross no one's minds immediately?
You know, I can't be the only one who realized this.
You think I would do as a princess? We can't see your face, so we don't know if you're wearing a crown or not, so I don't know.
Realized what?
Well, we look so similar. Don't you think that can...
Yes, that is exactly what you said when you first
mean
met.
Something?
That we...
Okay, so the thing I just said, you know, why have they not considered it before? Now they're considering
could
it?
Possibly be sisters?
What's the lesson you were supposed to learn here? I mean, yes, you could in fact be sisters. True, that is a possibility.
I suppose.
But again,
but
her name is Gabby! Her name is Gabby!
What sort... Oh, okay. Woo! What's happening?
They think they could be possibly sisters. They could be sisters, that is true. There's another explanation of what's going on.
Yeah.
Princess Gabby, are you ready for a stay at WINGZ?
Princess Gabby, can you fix my microphone settings and turn up my volume?
Are you
So you
ready
gotta phrase
to
it like a
go,
question.
princess?
Yes, I'm ready.
Follow me then. To the academy.
Ah, yes, hide in an open door. That's solid advice right there.
That's gonna help you. Keep doing that. You totally won't be spotted, babe. You're fine.
If you want to be the one they never saw, hide in an open door.
God, your microphone just peeked out of
I
existence.
don't understand.
Oh yeah, because I turned it up because down here was a bit of an issue. Okay, I'll turn it back down again a little bit.
Why was I chosen to be this princess? I wanted to be adopted by a family that would love me and spend time with me. Why was I adopted?
That could have happened in the royal family as well. It just depends because obviously, you know, people are busy.
By a queen that I barely even see.
Okay, so now we're getting a bit more as to why she doesn't want to be in this situation. Again, let's go find out the hard way about this. Maybe not actually, because she's off to magic school and she's not going to question that. Yeah, I guess.
Cabby, my sweet niece. Took her.
Okay, sweet niece. Okay, that's now I'm starting to see what's going on. So, again, she mentioned that that she was being skipped over in the line of succession as queen, supposedly. But yet that would explain why, you know, she has siblings and therefore could have a niece. That makes sense. Maybe she wants to retire. Maybe she just wants maybe she was like, oh, the princess went missing. I need someone to hire her quickly so I can actually have, so I can be coronated in 8 years. No, so you can be coronated in 8 years' time. I can actually finally, you know, retire. You know, go off to, I don't know, see the world and I don't know.
That actually makes some sense, I suppose.
It does make for a great contrast between, you know, I must keep the power of the throne because I seized it because it was meant to belong to me in the first place. I'll be here until I die and whatever and blah blah blah. But no, you know, it's like, okay, you know, I've had my stint. I didn't want this job. I'm tired. I need someone else to take over. Okay, all right then.
I see you.
Mm-hmm. I can show you the world. Because you have a great pension.
Long enough to get here. You look like you've grown since I saw you last.
People in the frame behind.
I'm sorry.
And again, classic thing of cutting to the person who's being spoken to, so you don't have to edit the person's mouth moving who is speaking.
I gotta say one thing. Lip syncing. The animation's been pretty dubious in some angles, but the lip syncing has been pretty great.
Yeah, aside like the mouths are a little bit too far to the right and a bit too small for my liking, but other than that, yeah, I suppose. Like I've always said, I usually don't see the point of lip syncing because the Gacha animated mouths move so fast anyway that it's that the human brain perceives them as like, you know, different things regardless. So it doesn't make much of a difference, except for with like short sounds, which I guess pausing Queen, Plasma was a relevant thing. Everyone else, good, fine.
But now that you're finally going to be taking your WINGZ classes, we can spend more time together.
Oh, isn't that ironic? The thing that Harmony wanted. Ah.
Even if I did have time, I wouldn't spend it on her.
Why would you tell her that then? Because she's used to not having time spent with you anyway, or Harmony is.
I still don't know why it took you so long to agree to take your WINGZ classes. But now she has no choice.
Wouldn't you have court-ordered her many years ago if that worked? It doesn't have to be like it doesn't need to be like right beforehand, or was there some like ancient Lamont bylaw that means that someone had to turn 17? Again, King Gimbal did not think this through when he was making all those initial scriptures.
Luckily, you have no choice now with your coronation.
Probably because King Gimbal didn't think that someone like her would, step in and be like, "Oh hey, nice kingdom, it's mine now."
Yeah. Also, again, people like to say, why not complain about the eyeless characters? This character's wearing glasses. What is she correcting right now?
Excuse
There they are. They're back.
me, Your Majesty.
Her eyes
Shouldn't
were
we get
hidden in
started
shadow, but not really. The shadow wasn't low enough on her face to obscure anything.
No.
The opening.
Right, of course.
It's a stylistic choice.
But
I don't
first
care if it's a stylistic choice. At least have your anatomy be close so I can tell what I'm looking at.
Yeah, and it's good. It's always going to be off-putting to me if a character has glasses or like eye makeup or something that hasn't been removed as well. Because, why would they have those in that style if they don't?
Prim, this is my niece, Princess Gabby Lamont.
Yes, of course. It's wonderful to meet you, Princess. Gabby.
That's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Are you okay?
It's just, my name is Gabby too. Oh, wow, everyone's called Gabby.
Oh, yes. I'm okay. Are we ready to start the opening to the students?
Yes. Let us begin. Welcome, students, to WINGZ Academy.
Okay, I definitely have to appreciate having so many back-facing characters in this proximity, this custom uniform. I will give.
All of you should know who I am, but if you don't, my name is Queen Demi Lamont.
That was almost an as you know, but you get away with it.
And right here beside me is my niece, Princess Gabby Lamont. She will be joining you this year in WINGZ classes.
Gotta work on that wave. Oh, and the baby hands are back.
Next to my niece is Mrs. Prim, and she will be explaining a few things to all of you before you all get your schedule.
So again, yeah, absolutely confirm it's a 1-month course right now because Mrs. Prim was on the letter as the head mistress, so they should have known her if not already before. So this is orientation. So yeah.
Thank you, Queen Demi. Hello, student.
Gravity in the room with us. How is she staying like that? Which one is standing? You mean how Gabby is like leaning on one leg? You can kind of get away with that again because of how small their feet are. It's a bit difficult to tell, but yeah, I could do that right.
I don't know, maybe she has scoliosis and she can't stand up straight. Not that everyone is already awkwardly leaning forward to begin with.
Like if you're like this, yeah, it's completely possible. But yeah, again, I've got big feet and these characters do not, so maybe that's the difference.
And welcome to WINGZ Academy. WINGZ is an academy for you to learn magic.
Wow, yeah, who would have thought?
About magic. Maybe make some
friends. This is an academy for you to learn magic.
And learn about magic as well. Not just learn magic, but learn about it as well. Welcome to geography. This is not a chance to only learn about geography, but learn about the world you live in as well. Don't you feel privileged?
Become a WINGZ warrior and more. But
a WINGZ warrior is a 1-month training course. I feel bad for their military.
Most of all, WINGZ.
They're gonna get taken over quickly.
This is a fun way for you to learn magic the right way, with magic experts to help you with whatever your magic will be. This is not
Take a shot every time they say magic.
a regular school.
I feel like I'd die.
This is not a regular school. This is a magic school for magic and history of magic.
Wow. If only that wasn't... we already know what the school does. You don't need to keep repeating it.
Okay, I guess we've got a year confirmation. It either implies this follows the Gregorian calendar and is thus on Earth, or this is, I don't know, some other.
Or the author didn't think to implement, or the author didn't bother to implement their own time periods.
You would think the kingdom would have its own calendar, considering that they named the kingdom after themselves. Anyway. But yeah.
Academy has a new school year every year, but the school years only last 1 month. If you
Yeah, we've noticed. Hold on, did you say Academy has a new school year every year? Every school has a school year every year!
are wondering why, that is because a month is all you need to master a good amount of magic skills. For an hour of the first day, feel free to look around the school. Once the bell rings...
So, this school lasts only a month. And in a month, they are supposed to learn everything they need to because they can. I'm having a seizure.
It's 101! First spell! Levitation! Open object! Make it lift! Approved! Next spell! Light! Casted! Right, moving on! It's like that kind of thing.
Please make your way to your classroom. I hope you enjoy your time at WINGZ Academy. I hope you enjoy your time at WINGZ Academy as well, Princess Gabby.
Thank you, Mrs. Prim.
Oh, they're all gone.
This academy is full of so much magic and so much
This
potential from
academy,
all
this
the
academy,
students.
this academy.
There's also lots
Yes, WINGZ Academy are that.
of secrets hidden
Like the
here.
secret of why that character's index
Only
finger
those-
was longer than the rest of his body.
Those who are lucky and who want to find the truth can find
Yeah,
it.
those who are
No matter
lucky and
what
want to find the truth because they have a 1 month time span to find the truth. Don't you know that here at Hogwarts, we've got a hidden swimming pool?
Which she's talking about.
I'm
Maybe
going
the
to-
one involving Harmony. Or maybe another.
I don't know what I'm going
be
to
honest,
do,
I
but
really-
I'm going to do it because, oh my gosh, I mean, like, this is driving me crazy.
Back to being Aladdin. You were better at being Aladdin.
Curious about the school and the castle too.
Okay, that I really enjoy. The fact she's been monologuing to herself for so long that everyone, including the headmistress, just left the room. That's funny.
So, if I'm reading the map Harmony gave me right, the WINGZ cafeteria should be.
Look out! Now look at what you did.
Look at what you did. Did you see how much space there was around her? She was a tiny ant in comparison to the immensity of this school.
Excuse me, are you okay?
It probably blew its budget the moment it decided to reduce to 1 month.
Yeah, I think so. What happened?
My friend Kyle here ran into you because he wasn't wearing his glasses. I'm very
Prim stole them for non-existent
sorry,
eyes.
Princess Gabby.
Shairane, speak up.
It's okay.
I could barely
I'm
hear
alright.
anything she was saying, and I had to heighten the volume of my browser in order to catch any of that.
My chicken can never be a protagonist in Gacha, except mine. Nah, I feel like there is actually a trend in Gacha that I haven't looked into, but it's one of those where it's like, if I was in, insert trend here, it's like if I was in The Hated Child Becomes a Princess, if I was in Celebrity in Disguise, I was in yada yada. I'd be good in one of those, I think. But yeah, probably not much else.
Oh, my name is Kara. Kara Day.
Well, you already know who I am.
Sorry for running into you, Princess. I'm Kyle Davis.
If you
What
can
was
tell,
that
I'm very
sound
sorry about
effect?
running into you. I am so very sorry.
Okay, quickly. What was that sound effect? The boy. What?
I don't know. Yeah, because that feels like it's like an awkward moment or something. But the way that he said the line he doesn't sound awkward at all.
Nice to meet both of you. If you don't mind me asking,
Well, we
why
still-
were you running?
Oh, I was just joking around with Kara saying I'd find her classroom before.
We were with our other friends, but I
Okay, the way he said before implies there's meant to be an interruption there, but there wasn't. There was like too much of a
was
pause.
running after Kyle to stop him.
Mr. President, but have you considered boyoyoyoing?
So we must have lost them.
Oh wait, no, that's who designed this school, Secretary Blimpo.
We're right here.
Yeah, I only walk at a certain speed. Our walking cycle is so slow, we can't catch up if you run away. Especially not off-screen, we don't have to be animated running, ever.
Okay, I'm just going to say this.
Hey.
They're so small in proportion to the hallway around them. They're like ants in this place.
So I don't know how the Davis here ran into Gabby at all, considering how much space he had on either side of her.
Why are you blaming me?
Because you weren't wearing your glasses, dummy.
I guess the background's gone now, and this is one way to do multiple perspectives.
Oh, wait. You don't want to wear your glasses because you want all the girls to fall in love with you.
As if girls are not, so some girls are also not into glasses.
Come on, Kara. You know that's not true.
And I guess that. Oh wait, no, this is 1750. They haven't gone through the onslaught of cliches of taking off glasses equals hot yet. They haven't caught on to that. Fair enough.
It must be because you don't want to look like a nerd.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but if I'm not mistaken, you're kind of fighting in front of Princess Gabby.
Princess Gabby?
Princess Gabby?
Yep, that's me.
It's so cool to meet the Princess of Lamont. My name is Ivan.
My name is Ivan. Why did his voice trail off when he approached Gabby? What is wrong with the mixing in this?
The mixing in this is horrible.
Sorry about them. They can be.
Yeah, okay, like that. They'll grab and drag. Okay, that was funny. Again, some of this. Every now and then, the animation will pick up again and be like, "Oh, wait, there was an attempt was made behind this."
It's okay. You definitely have your hands full with the three of them.
Yeah, but I'm very grateful to have them. I'm Kylie Davis.
Okay, that's a good pause. Hold on. Kyle Davis and Kylie Davis, really?
Nice to meet you too, Kylie.
I don't want to be nosy or anything.
It isn't the two blandest names I've ever heard.
Nah, they got in here from their famous uncle Miles.
Friends?
Kyle and Kyle. Oh yeah, my goodness. And then Gabby.
Well, I do have Alexia, but I'm pretending to be Harmony.
Besides,
You're pretending to be Harmony, pretending to be Gabby. Yeah.
the palace workers, I was never really allowed to go out of the castle to make friends.
And you declined the chance to make friends multiple times across several years.
Besides the palace workers, I was never really allowed to go out of the castle to make friends.
Well then, consider us your first 4 friends.
Harmony could have made
The squiggle mouths have got to
friends
me.
here, but she didn't want to come because she's not the real princess. Well, neither am I.
Or are you?
That walk cycle is so funny. Like, all of the walk cycles here are just a little bit off. Like, the creator of this didn't reference an actual person's work cycle, just watched a bunch of anime and was like, oh, I could do that.
Well, to be fair, that is how I started with Muse and Girls. Like, oh yeah, I could. I've seen the very experienced Afmal pull off this kind of thing. I will definitely do this on my first try. Nope.
Like, honestly, with something like comedy, watching real people perform it is one thing, but with animation, you kind of need to reference how actual people move, or you're going to have an uncanny simulacrum of a person move across the screen. Kind of like we do right now.
Yeah.
I promise, look up references. It's not that hard.
Yeah, there are people who have made walk cycles that are more usable. If anything, you can actually just even copy the walk cycles in Gacha itself, and they will look convincing enough. If you want to go more detailed, you can find somebody who has done like the in-between stuff that has been missed out. Like Bond, for example, but there are other people who have probably done the same thing.
Miss? Could you open the door? Sorry for scaring you.
Why does this remind me of like the Origins Super Pops episode where Majesty just appears in front of like, Chloe's window?
Just ended up coming late.
Well then, you're extremely late, because the hour of exploring the academy is almost up.
Why do you sound so annoyed about that? This is a minor inconvenience to you.
You're gonna get lost now.
Well then, would you give me a tour after class today?
Oh, maybe.
Hold on. Would I give you a tour after class? No. Follow her to class. That will probably, or maybe have to give the tour now to say like what class you need to get to. That's how you convey guidance, or you request guidance basically. Be like, hey, can you give me a tour after I don't need the tour already? This could be a flirting technique, but if so, it's a very poorly founded flirting technique.
Looking forward to it. And do you just
Did
trust
we stumble
everyone you
from
meet?
a princess drama into a romance anime?
This would make sense because we are past the halfway mark of this video. Actually, we're past the 3/4 mark of this video. So by Gacha minimum rules, it is time to insert the romance and have the plot be about that.
What do you mean?
Uh-huh.
Well, I could be a bandit or an escaped criminal.
Yeah, and I could be an imposter. You trusted me.
You just let me in without asking a single question.
Well, I figured since...
Okay, slight detail here. His uniform, slightly torn and wrinkled because, bad boy wouldn't wear his uniform properly, obviously. But he just got to the school, right? So when and why did he tear his uniform? That would have been like a second day thing at earliest most of the time.
Unless he got his uniform pre-torn.
Just be like, yes, here's this new uniform we've freshly fed out for you. Get this thing out of my sight! To the cats with you! Perfect. Thank you, Phyllis. The cat is Phyllis.
WINGZ uniform, you wouldn't be a bandit or an escaped criminal.
Except that a bandit could steal a uniform and wear it as if, it looks like there's been a struggle here in this uniform, so absolutely, and it could be in this situation. What are you even talking about? Also, Gabby, aren't you a bandit or a thief of some kind? Wouldn't you know how disguises work?
Apparently not. We're just, taking this guy at his word, even though we have no reason to trust him.
Mm-hmm. As he himself is pointing out.
What's your name?
Gabby.
Gabby? You mean, like the princess?
Princess Gabby? Yeah, there it is.
Hello.
Aiden's here.
Oh, awesome. Ghosty, I got a question. Have you looked at Ben's character sheet?
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow, okay. You came into the review to immediately change the topic. All right, then.
Yeah, no, I just decided to check this randomly. Why does it say he's level 18?
He's running a DMPC for me and on
actual
player
I was going to be like, is that a player character? Because I'm very concerned if that's level 18.
Aiden.
Yes.
We're in the middle of something.
Okay, yes. Anyways, okay, so I have a few comments about this so far. Also,
did I tell you about the Sonic rolls that I got and you didn't? Anyway,
what?
Sorry, can't continue. No, that was the last time someone came in and interrupted the stream and didn't contribute to the actual thing. But you're about to, so go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Okay, so for starters, I don't really like the visual style. But also, one thing's bugging me: the girl's eyes. Okay, look at those eyes. Those eyes look like they've been drawn with a very shaky hand, and I don't like it. I don't like how rough the eyes look. and I don't really like his visual style too much. Like the art, it looks all custom. I don't really. I mean, I appreciate the effort. I think the effort's cool, but also I don't think it looks good. And I don't,
Like,
and I hate that. Like,
Aiden, I'm gonna stop you right there. For me, it's not the fact that it doesn't look good, it's the fact that they don't have a good grasp on, the art style's anatomy to begin with. Making
why
some
do
scenes
the
look
hands look
extremely
so
off.
weird? Why do the hands look weird as well?
Like,
the
sometimes
hands look like baby hands because they're like chunky, but also I don't know if they have the proper amount of fingers. But they kind of look like claws.
Oh
I think
no,
they do.
and
Well,
some
most of the time they do, but some of the time they are like Robin's baby hands from Teen Titans Go.
Robin's baby hands, or they have too many fingers, not enough fingers.
And also, I feel like some of these characters look like some of their hair and their like hair texturing has a lot more work put into it. Like, let's take pink hair main protagonist here. Her hair texturing looks like they put a lot more time in drawing the shapes and adding more lines and stuff. And I feel like the guy looks like he has less effort put into the drawing of the lines of his hair. I can just tell there were slightly different levels of effort there.
It's like, this character looks good enough. Into the bin you go.
And the girl was like, well, she must have more hair detail. We must detail it all.
She's the main character, so I kind of get that. It's kind of like in Danny Phantom, where the main characters have, like colors and textures, and the background characters are all Medusa-fied.
I mean, yeah, but at the same
a
time...
less extreme example than that, but,
I don't know, I'm still not too big of a fan of that in style. Like, it's like, I'm gonna compare it to, like, the Phoenix Drop Days, where you could tell who the like, main characters were, because they had, like, the unique new eyes, and then you could tell who the background characters were, because they had the default eyes they were using, the HD default eyes they were using for years. Or, like...
New eyes, unique.
Or like Lane Mania's Mystic Hill reboot, I'm pretty sure, also has this problem where all the background characters are non-HD skins, and then the main characters are the only ones with HD skins applied. It's like becomes like heavily obvious of, we put more time effort into this character. We just didn't even try some characters.
The early 2000s Yu-Gi-Oh effect, if you will.
It's like, yeah, we've used this asset in like other animes we made. Let's just throw this random let's just make this random generic background character that we use in 20 other animes our background character.
Yeah,
they don't
see
the art style.
The solution to this, the solution to this, by the way, is like do something like in Code Lyoko. They didn't go super crazy with the character details, so that meant that they could give a lot of that same focus to the background characters, and they didn't look out of place by comparison.
To be fair, the background characters in Code Lyoko
aside from that,
the background characters in Code Lyoko probably some of them were probably like Theo was probably a proto Ulrich.
That is a common theme. Yes, common theme. I mean, like common theory that yes, that Theo was originally a concept art. A concept character for Ulrich, but yeah, that is the only example that I've seen people theorize that there's the concept art for somebody. Everyone else seems to get a pass. Even Sissy looking like Yumi, because that was the whole thing in the episode, right? That's an episode, right, where she like disguised herself as her. So that, but no one's made that theory. No one's made that connection. So I don't know.
Yes.
You're Princess Gabby?
The frame rate went burr.
Yeah, like I don't think that's StreamYard. That has just been a thing in this episode where like, the animation is too slow. Like the keyframes are too far apart in general. Yeah.
I didn't expect that. It's an honor to meet you, Princess Gabby.
That's right.
My name is Gavin Lopez.
Oh, Gabby and Gavin. And we had Queen Gab before.
Listen, there's a theme with the names. It's like in the cat brothel where everybody except for Fred has B names for some reason.
No, the theme is that this creator went on names.com and picked out from like way too close to each other.
Oh god. I do that sometimes in Googling names, but I try to pick different names or like names that sound different. I'm like, girl names.
Recommendation for you, by the way, at least for D&D stuff, fantasy name generator. But yeah, for gacha stuff, probably what
I just look up girl names. And sometimes it's like girl names starting with A if I'm going for like a naming theme or like something in that vein.
That's because you're lazy.
Listen, names are very hard. That's why some of my basic. That's why I have some basic names in some of my shows. Okay, Adam, Zach, they're very basic names. Well, Adam kind of plays in some like biblical parallels and stuff, but you know, I guess Zach, but that's like Zachariah, and I don't know if Zach is technically short for Zachariah in the case of Fallen Angels. His name maybe Zach. You know, it's like one of those things.
I mean, if we're going with we did say that Zach was kind of like the Zuko archetype. So you know, Zach, Zuko both start with a Z. If anything, Adam and Aang also start. You know, again another avatar.
I am the last of the doubters.
But it could have been a bit more efficient, but yeah, no. If I could go back, I'd remove this actress and change Skrill's name. What's wrong with Skrill's name?
I don't
know. Skrilliot is, you know.
Wait, Skrilliot from SpongeBob? No, that's Squilliam. That's close enough.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah,
that's Squilliam's cousin, Skrilliot.
No.
Okay.
Skrillet. From.
I know. I'm making a joke.
You might be making a joke, but I don't like your joke.
It is Skrilliot, not Skrillex.
Well then, I guess I better get to my classroom. Luckily, I found it earlier, so I'm fully prepared.
Oh, what was that a missing frame? Was that a missing frame with
Yes, I think it was, yeah. Oh, and once again, more whispering.
Speak up, Sonny! I can't hear you! Speak up, boy!
Okay, I'm leaving this stream.
I'll stop streaming. We did it for the joke. Anyways.
We couldn't find her classroom.
Oh.
We just have
bad.
to look again.
Hello, sorry. But making, if you're using just stills, it's not too. That's not that bad, animation-wise. I mean, maybe speed up some of the frames, but that's not bad if we're just using stills, which I assume we're basically using.
Yeah, you gotta like,
here.
You gotta move the keyframes closer, or if it's already rendered, squash. You know, time like
up
squash
the speed. Yeah. But like that's not bad frame. That's not bad animation wise. It's just you may want to speed up make the frame slightly faster to make it look.
You want to know how they run, Aiden?
Just
they run it because of the off screen. You never see them run except for the beginning where we saw the first run of baby hands from Gabby, where just like her hands Minecraft style.
So basically, what I did for the walk cycles in Mrs. Dice, Mrs. Dice episode 1, where it's like it's all off screen because I didn't know how to do walk cycles at that time.
Okay, Aiden, Aiden, Jacob, I have one thing to say. One critique of the walk and run cycles we have gotten so far.
Go for it.
All of them have been too stiff.
Fair enough.
Which normally for Gacha, I wouldn't critique that because it's all pre-made assets and we don't have any control. Except these people do because they hand drew the assets using the original Gacha style, assumably as a base.
Probably.
But yet the anatomy for everything is still off, and the walk cycles, despite seeming good from some angles, are still too stiff.
I hate their hands. I hate their hands.
I don't know why they bothered, redrawing so many things to simulate a thing that they already had to begin with. And then marketed it as a gacha voice acted series anyway.
Sorry to interrupt, but did you say your WINGZ professor is Mrs. Scarsella?
Yes, that's right.
I'm
named movie director Martin Scorsella?
that class and I found the classroom earlier. So we can walk to class if you'd like.
Animation easing has to be used. Yeah, this is what I think about lip syncing as well, where it's like, like the human brain already does some of the work for you. You don't need to go that extra mile unless you really want to. Yeah. problem here is that there's no bounce. Oh, that's another good point, actually. You know, because I criticized William for the exact same thing, actually, at one point.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
No, it's just... We're surprised, like...
You are Princess Gabby!
We're surprised that you have navigation skills or useful information being a member of royalty.
So cool to meet you. I always wondered what's it like to be a princess. Do you eat fancy food? Do you wear pretty fancy dresses?
Oh, I am just drowning in void cupcakes. Let me tell you about them.
Oh, do you go to fancy royal
Lily,
parties?
stop asking the princess so many...
Of course, because, you know, it would be much easier to just have this scene be a reaction rather than showing the excitement on a character's face. We're gonna stay at this in this shot.
Many questions. I'm sorry about her. She just gets really excited sometimes.
And again, once the character starts talking, we cut away from them. Like, all the saving techniques that arguably would not be necessary if they hadn't done other things.
My name is Brooke, and this is my sister Liliana. It's wonderful to meet you, Princess Gabby.
Yes, it's
Okay, a little bit of a slight curtsy. If you're accustomed drawing things anyway, why not just, you know, pull up the skirt a little bit for the curtsy? Come on.
wonderful to meet you.
Oh, there's no need to bow, really.
So...
Good, because we're not going to bother to animate that.
Princess Gabby.
Gabby's just fine.
So, Gabby, did you say you know where to find Mrs. Garcia's class?
This is she talks like the witch from Goblin Slayer.
Yes, follow me.
Okay. That was an interesting frame.
Thank you again. Yeah.
Anyway. Ah yes, an opening poem. Welcome to WINGZ. Something find your, something for all. I've so thee, start.
Yes, thank you. I hope we see you after class.
And once again, we're in a magic school, or an academy of any kind, and I guess wait, hold on, we're saying see you after class, hoping to see you after class, so it could be that maybe we actually are still starting, okay.
We're in the same class.
We're still starting,
Oh.
alright then.
Could you be Princess Gabby?
Yes, ma'am.
You look so much like your mother. It's an honor to teach you, Princess Gabby.
Well, there we go.
It's an honor to be here.
Sorry for barging in.
Gavin?
Looks like we're in the same class.
Okay, how did you two get separated and end up in the same destination anyway? This is why you need the tour when in the moment and not after class, you fool.
Well, if I'm in the right class, this is Mrs. Garcella's class, right?
Yes, you're right in class.
All right, everyone. Please, find your seats and let's begin the first lesson.
Chief, the arrangements have been made.
And Princess Gabby.
Okay, she needs glasses. If you're holding a paper that close to your face, you need some sort of corrective lens.
She's in Mrs. Garcella's class.
Question: aren't they wearing school uniforms?
This character's not part of the school. She's the one who like dragged Gabby from the streets and, you know, but mistook her for princess that she most likely actually is.
Oh, because I was about to be like, if that's a school uniform, I don't think you're allowed to alter your school uniform like that. I think that counts as showing skin.
You know what I just realized actually, Ghosty, would it be funny if like in the final episode of this, she does like a lie reveal moment, which is like, I'll confess, I'm not actually Princess Gabby, and then like everyone turns on her. It turns out she actually is Princess Gabby. It's like, wait, I take it all back. I am Princess Gabby.
She was my teacher.
Oh my
back
god.
Honestly, we can see the plot unveiling before our eyes, and it's just as predictable as always.
Yep, and this is apparently as a character for Gacha Fest, everyone.
I was a little
It's time,
confused,
warriors.
but now that I know what's going on, I pretty much can predict the rest of the series ahead of time.
Ghosty, she is so cute. I love her. I love her.
I think Aiden's talking about a different thing because I don't think he's talking about this character. I think he's talking about something else.
Although she's still missing her tail though. She still doesn't have a tail.
Oh, okay. So to fill people in while the characters for next time needs a tail, I posted a work in progress of the character, then hand it over to Ghosty. Aiden critiqued the lack of tail on the work in progress character that wasn't finished because it's a work in progress character.
And now that I've posted a work in progress, Aiden is still critiquing that it isn't finished.
You didn't specify it was work in progress this time.
I thought that could be...
Yeah, but I specified it before. Anyway.
We can finally reveal the lies of the kingdom, Lamont.
Ooh, political intrigue.
Lies of the kingdom, Lamont. Or the lies of the kingdom, Lamont. Or the lies of the kingdom of Lamont, probably.
Glinda! It's Glinda!
Is this supposed to be the mother?
This is Wicked reference.
My two daughters will save the future.
Yeah, definitely the mother.
Please.
Can it be a poem, The Lament of Lamont?
Uh-huh.
Protect them.
Yes, Your Majesty. On my honor.
You don't have honor, though.
I sing to thee the lament of Lamont. I bring it to you in boldest of font.
And then I see Bon just in the corner. They are sisters. Huzzah!
Hey, sister. Do you still remember one another? I don't know.
I want to swallow.
Yeah, okay, hold a second. So, that song starts with Hey Brother, right? Which is why it has one another as a rhyme.
I was making a parody, though. A bad parody.
All you did was rearrange.
Oh, the hands. Don't look at the hands. The hands.
We love the hands. The hands are beautiful in this show. They totally don't look like the hands of a literal baby.
I know.
All your hands scare me, every single finger.
Oh god.
I know. Hands are hard. Drawing hands is hard. But look up references, please. If I can draw an anatomy, if I can, reference a regular human skull to draw a Gacha face, I promise you can use reference of real hands to draw your fantasy Gacha hands. It's also the fact that the hands are a different line width than the arm they sprouted from.
Oh god, that's even worse.
Which makes them look even more out of place.
Baby hands. I'm calling them baby hands.
Please, I beg, just a little bit of line consistency could help these hands a whole lot.
Yeah. Although the sister part doesn't rhyme, it's while the water sleeper birds. Yes, that's true. That's called a half rhyme, by the way. That is a concept in poetry. Full rhymes are the other stuff that we try to deal with, and I personally try to avoid half rhymes if I can in most things, but every now and then you.
Sometimes you do a ye old half rhyme because you must.
I think the song we wrote today contains a half rhyme, so next Apple Party might have one of them. I think. We wrote it earlier in the day, so I don't quite remember.
Wings.
We're getting
wings.
Are we getting the same credits that we did before? Like the same people? Because again, it was all directed by Moonlily at the start. We already saw all of this. Why are we seeing it again?
I don't like the eyes.
Slow motion. Even the simple act of panning across the screen has to be segmented and choppy. How do you do that?
Why isn't it just a solid pan? Just have a flat image and just keyframe it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everyone else on the planet would have done. 1 frame per second, exactly.
Wow, this is the performance of Scarlet and Violet in Switch 1?
Producer, Moonlily. Planning, Moonlily.
Yeah, planning. First draft, Moonlily. Second draft, no one.
Oh no, this isn't Jacob his PC. This is the video.
Oh, storyboards, Moon Lily.
If you want to sing it like this, it is absolutely not my PC.
Logo design, Moon Lily. How do you feel about the logo,
fact we have
Ghosty?
music music library.
How do you feel about the logo?
I don't know.
We
I
saw it
haven't.
briefly before.
Like, I haven't had time.
It's
to...
a little bit further back. It's a little bit further
Wings.
back. It was somewhere over
Wings.
here. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh,
there it is.
Wings, wings, wings.
Oh, what?
The Z is backwards to look like an S. If you're gonna make it a Z, why would you flip it around to make it look like the thing that it already replaced? Oh wait, no, I get it. It's masquerading as something that it thinks it isn't. Through the act of disguise, it's revealing its true self and its actual fit-in purpose. Like Princess Gabby. I understand now. That was obviously the intention the entire time.
Also, I do
crazy.
have a few critiques for this logo. And one of the major critiques I have is that the logo feels too busy. With all of the fracture and shards, it's hard to tell what I'm supposed to be focusing on, except for the text. But it feels like my eyes are supposed to be on the wings, I think, the gemstone wings, but also the rings around the N. That's also around a crystal in the center for some reason, with other crystals kind of fractaling from it.
Yeah,
and the rings aren't even like consistent. They seem to overlap each other.
I will say I do struggle to see where my eye is meant to go, because part of my eye is drawn to the W, but I don't. Maybe it's just I don't know. My eye, I don't know where it's supposed to be going.
For me, a lot of my eye is focused on the gem shape, below, in the middle of / below the N. And my eyes are just stuck there because there are a few circles around it, kind of guiding my eye there. But obviously, our focus. But obviously, our focus is supposed to be on the font.
Which already looks like gems to begin with, making the other ones redundant.
And even that, the font isn't centered. It isn't centered, and it's so annoying.
Backwards Z pushes the rest of it away. I'm guessing because the Z had to be flipped and then pushed back together. Then whoever made the logo was not Oh wait, no, it was Moon Lily. I forgot that was exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, Moon Lily made the logo and the series, so it's likely she, I don't know, slapped the logo together in Canva or something.
I don't know. This doesn't look like a Canva logo. I don't know if we can even do something on that level on Canva. I don't even know if that's possible.
You can definitely sync text together on Canva, but maybe not type in that font on Canva.
Yeah.
It is possible to insert custom fonts on Canva.
Right. Thank you for watching Wings episode 1.
Wings.
I hope you consider sharing this to your friends to help the series grow. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. It took a bit longer than episode 0. It was, by the way, yes, Josh pointed out that there's an episode 0 of this that was the pilot's start, if you will. So we're going to have to go back and watch that at some other point.
But I do.
Also, it took 6 months, everyone. Time taken 6 months. Number of screenshots 15,000 billion. Please don't underrate this episode.
The amount of hours it took to get all this art drawn, you should just appreciate it for the effort. Because remember, guys, the effort was made. End my suffering. But I feel like so much effort was taken is my effort was I don't know. I feel like effort was taken, but it was effort in weird places, like this artistic style. I don't know why so much effort was taken into the artistic style of this, redrawing everything and making it the way it was. Because I feel like this is a step beyond what you needed to do. You could have just did a regular Gacha show, but you had to go 2 steps beyond. And I think it made it worse going beyond that because it wasn't executed well.
I can relate to punching above your weight grade in terms of editing, because that is exactly what I did when I started Mutant Girl, and I eventually learnt that, okay, bit by bit, let's start to apply other things. And if there's some sort of visual that it's like, okay, if there's some idea that people are having, like, okay, this could be something here, but can achieve the exact same effect much easier, I'm not going to worry about it. That's why I don't do lip syncing and stuff like that. But again, that's just a me thing. If you want to do lip syncing, go ahead, but don't make the cutting of the corners so obvious if you do decide to take that direction, because it is definitely distracting, especially in Gacha. Because in animation, you have that in a couple of places. Sort of expected in anime in general sometimes, but with Gacha particularly, because no one else needs to worry about that, it's like the only other series I've seen where it's done this degree is Imperfect, which is another thing where I was like, oh yeah, that's another that got like massively hyped, and it's like, oh well, if something is built up, especially if Mops is going to put it on the playlist for something, hopefully that means it's going to live up to what is anticipated, especially because you're saying here it took 6 months, it took a long time, it's finally here. Appreciate that. The more that you hype that kind of idea up, the more it's going to pale in comparison if you do that. So it's best not to discuss those things, or again, make your life simple on purpose.
Like, I went into this not knowing the series was being developed for the last 6 months. And I gotta say, I'm disappointed in the story aspect of the first episode. I feel like it could have gone through a few rewrites to really perfect the concept.
Should not have taken very long to do as well.
Because there are a few points in this episode where I just feel genuinely lost.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, as far as theories that we had aside at first, once it got cemented that yes, we were in a Princess and the Pauper type situation. Okay, yeah, in Execution we've seen this type of story before, whatever. But the way that it was handled, the way that they decided to motivate behind it, and a bit of the more complicated stuff behind that kind of made it a lot more. A lot more, I guess, disappointing, as you said already, but a lot more confusing. The Prince of the Pauper is a very simple story that everyone can get behind. That's why it's lasted as long as it has. Getting more complicated stuff to it is, yes, kind of necessary at this point, because this has been told the same way so many times. But you got to be careful about what you add and how you add it. Otherwise, you end up with the mess that we've seen here today.
I think this is the first time that I have never heard of a Gacha series that was apparently highly anticipated and came out of it with a good experience.
So come out. Oh, all right then.
This is good on a technical level, but there are a lot of things that could be perfected for an episode 2. Please. Well,
in that case. In that case, I have the perfect clip for you.
That wasn't a good play.
I'll say.
No kidding. Horrible.
You said it.
But the effects were decent.
My main suggestion for the creator of this video is to please study your anatomy. I know you're drawing cartoon people, but please, your hands could be better. Your feet could be of an accurate size if you just put a little more work into it.
My suggestion is, again, I say all the time, if you have to choose between visuals and story, always choose story. I don't think it's like a huge choice but I guess as far as prioritizing goes, make sure that the thing that people are gonna look at here is gonna be something that is going to draw them in and invest them. Because having great visuals and stuff, that will get a lot of praise in Gacha. What it won't get you is returning viewers once they find the next impressive thing that is going to take your place immediately. Who knows what Gacha Fest 27 is going to bring us? Whatever that may entail in the future.
Is this seriously high ranking in Gacha Fest or whatever?
Well,
whatever.
I don't know about high ranking. It's on the list, so I think basically that means that it's in the nominations.
I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes in this community, I give them the side eye. It's all I'm saying. I'm giving some of this community a side eye sometimes.
You'll have to take that up with Mops because I think Mops is the one who decided the nominations for Gacha Fest. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he has a team of other people who help with that or not.
Moon Lily, please, and come to me. I can make you a logo. I can make a better logo. I know.
Just make sure to credit her.
I can check your scripts. I can check your scripts.
Your logo is serviceable. It's not ugly or anything. It just could use some technical improvement. Just, please.
All three, but yeah. Wait, could you imagine us like doing a repair show stuff? You know those like TV programs like just where you see like a bad like car or something, like Weird Dealers, Pimp My Ride, that kind of thing, or like home reparations. There's like a whole team of people who do different like parts. Imagine that was just us, and each part like the program is like follows one of us specifically, like doing like logos or scripts or designs or what.
I am the graphic design.
Yeah, we can fix it exactly.
The entire graphic design department.
Yeah, we don't hire anyone else as a part of a team. It is just us. Oh my goodness, that'd be fun. But yeah, I guess. I guess that was this episode. I guess we'll see you back here for episode 0, which we didn't know existed, and now we'll go back and check because I'm guessing that may clear up some of the confusion, but it doesn't seem like we needed that for context for this episode that much. Maybe a bit more in terms of like who Queen Gab was and Princess Demi, who's now Queen Demi, and maybe who the siblings were. Maybe, but I don't know. For the most part, it seemed to all the bits that were required in this episode were present, just weren't executed properly, which is happens in a lot of cases.
Like, if you need another episode to justify your episode 1, then you're doing it wrong.
Or you're doing a 2-parter.
But this isn't a 2-parter.
Oh, sorry, I thought you meant like in terms of like enough time to fit everything in together without it being disjointed. No, but yeah, if it is to justify episode 1 and explain it or context for it, then yes, that is something wrong.
Like, a 2-parter is fine if it's labeled as a 2-parter, but this isn't. This is not a 2-parter. It's a single-parter. And I'm still confused. What happened to the queen? We know she's alive. She's just somewhere. And why would she go into hiding and not bring any of her daughters with her? That's my question. Because that seems negligent from the point of view of the queen. It's like, yes, my kingdom is under siege. But are you going to bring the royal babies? No, I'm gonna go alone.
She's right in the video, so I guess I'll sign off before it happens again. That was the joke there. I'm off to continue that red design, but just took over it. So I guess I'm off.
Jacob.
We don't understand what you're saying, so yes.
You're underwater.
I can't fix that. Please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Go already. And on that note, until next time.
Farewell.